This is crazy video. An old school method of transportation saved the day for a stranded trucker and became an internet sensation in the process. The truck driver was delivering an empty trailer in southeastern Minnesota when he spun out on that icy hill. That's when those two Belgian horses were pressed into action. Molly and Prince came to his rescue wearing some anti-slip footwear to help get the job done. And if you asked them if they needed some extra payment for their work, they'd probably say nay.
Clever.
See what I did there?
I see what you did there. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with us. We're just getting started with our nonstop news and weather to the top of the hour to help you plan your day. And we have a breaking news alert for you this morning. 2 people are in jail after a series of car break-ins early this morning. Fargo police tell Valley News Live that at least 8 vehicles were hit in their town, and there could be more reported as people wake up and go to their cars. Chancellor Lewis and Hannah Dahl were arrested after someone gave police a description of people breaking into cars right around 2 a.m. in the area of the 3300 block of 16th Avenue South.
Police say they stopped the suspect's vehicle and found stolen goods in the car. A 16-year-old boy was also picked up, but he was released to his parents.
Some Moorhead parents say they will keep their kids home from school today after a pair of threats that surfaced on social media. In both cases, there was talk of a possible active shooter threat at Horizon Middle School.
Horizon's principal sent out an email around 9 last night saying police investigated both incidents and determined they were hoaxes. Tamika Davis is a mom who says that email is a little late. She had no idea what was going on until she got a disturbing phone call from her son.
His exact words were, "Mom, could you please come pick me up?" And I said, "For what?" And he said, "Because there has been a threat of a school shooting, and sorry. I never heard my son talk like this. Like, it got serious. He said, "I don't want to die."
The Horizon principal says emergency response team members visited all of the classrooms to let students know that they were safe.
Moorhead police say there will be additional officers on Horizon school grounds today to ensure students' safety. If you left your car outside overnight, be ready to scrape some thick ice off of your windshield before you head to work or school this morning. Roads and sidewalks around the valley are even more slippery than they were yesterday after a round of snow.
Freezing rain started falling in the Fargo-Moorhead area around 2 a.m. and of course that could make for some dicey driving in some areas today. So let's get a check of our forecast for today. And Lisa, I just looked out the window. It's still snowing here in Fargo-Moorhead.
Yeah, a little light snow coming down, coating areas where we got that ice overnight. So that's going to be a little deceiving. It looks like we just got a little light snow, but there are spots where it's icy underneath. So again, easy does it. We're looking at some conditions improving rather quickly today. That's the good news. The morning commute over the next couple of hours is going to be tough, but we'll clear out very quickly and end up with some sunshine by mid-morning in eastern North Dakota, and that does spread eastward into Minnesota too. And the afternoon just looks fantastic. We'll be well into the 30s and we'll have some sunny skies. It should be great for December standards here. Just watch out for those roads. Instead of being icy, they'll be slick because they're slushy and sloppy out there with that melting that'll be happening. So all in all, looking better later this afternoon, but again, still dealing with some wintry weather this morning. You can see on the radar here some snow coming down, stretching from the Lake of the Woods area down through northwest Minnesota, back over into southeastern North Dakota, Fargo included in that. This is approaching the Detroit Lakes area now. Fergus Falls, you've been seeing some flakes there and a little more organized snow heading your way in the next few hours here. Mahnomen getting some snow at this point in time too. And the clearing line not far off from Fargo at this point. Western parts of Cass County already seeing some quieter conditions there, and you can see where the clouds clear out as well. Minot, Bismarck looking quiet and clear at this point in time. So where the snow's falling and out ahead of that, that's where we're looking at low visibility, some fog, some freezing drizzle perhaps, or freezing fog. And in addition to that, of course, the areas of snow, visibility as a result down to about 4 miles or less in those areas. Behind it, warmer temperatures. We're into the mid-30s in Jamestown and back over toward Valley City. Fargo's at 30 right now, and we're into the 20s in the east. The wind switching and picking up a little bit to a west or northwesterly direction into the teens and 20s right now. And here's your afternoon afternoon planner. Throughout the valley, we're talking sunshine, drier weather, and mild temperatures for us this afternoon. And we just carry this over into the weekend and beyond, quieting down as far as systems are concerned. So drying out, those hazards are ending, and mild, some 30s to even 40 potentially on Saturday. Let's check in with Al.
Well, this is another one of those mornings that it probably goes without saying, but I'll say it anyway. You just plain have to be careful. Caution the word for the morning commute this morning, particularly on the streets and avenues. They are very, very slippery. I was just on 13th Avenue a little while ago. Very slippery there. You're going to want to make sure that your windshield washer reservoir is full. You're also going to want to make sure that your ABS is working because you're going to use them both this morning. Trust me. Out here on Interstate 94, where I am right now, a lot of traffic out here. Very busy morning. I-94 and I-29. Travel speeds, well, they aren't affected by this stuff. The road surface is wet and sloppy, but the travel speeds are pretty much normal, 60 to 65 miles an hour. The ramps tend to be okay, but they're slippery in spots, so make sure that you're looking out for that. And a reminder, we have that stalled vehicle on westbound I-94 just on the west side of the tri-level. Like I said at the beginning of this report, caution's the word for the day. Make sure you are driving carefully today. Al Ahmed, Valley Today traffic.
It's now 5 minutes before 7. The man who once said he would take a bullet for President Trump is now preparing to spend his mid-50s in prison. Yesterday, Trump's former personal attorney, Michael Cohen, was sentenced to 3 years in federal prison.
Cohen pled guilty to tax and bank fraud and to arranging hush money payments during the 2016 presidential campaign to 2 women who claimed they had affairs with Trump. Trump has denied those affairs. We're learning more about a child neglect case in Trell County we told you about yesterday on the Valley Today. Authorities now say a Galesburg, North Dakota couple is accused of child neglect after 2 of their children tested positive for drugs. Court documents show one child tested positive for methamphetamine and the other tested positive for marijuana.
The children have been taken away from their parents. Brittany Messer was formally charged yesterday, but police are still trying to track down Joshua Messer. Here's another thing for parents of kids with cell phones to worry about. Police say predators are using apps marketed toward children to get in contact with them. Authorities are warning parents about apps like Bumble, Whisper, and Kik, but the most concerning one is called Hala. It's a live video chat that matches people up from all around the world.
We made a profile and matched with a guy named Logan from Texas. He warns of the large amounts of nudity on that app and says you never really know how old the person on the other side is. Experts suggest you monitor your kids' screen time and activity and take their phones away at bedtime. Every day, nearly 322 patients from across the region visit the Sanford Roger Maris Cancer Center for treatment. And to help those patients, Sanford Health is once again hosting their Change in 24 fundraiser.
To tell us more about Change in 24, we go live to the Valley Today's Abby Furchner. Good morning, Abby.
Well, good morning, you guys. I'm here at the Roger Maris Cancer Center, where today 100% of the donations made are going back to the center to benefit those patients. And I'm here with Colleen Hardy, who's a part of the Sanford Health Foundation. And let's just talk about your guys' goal this year. Are we trying to beat last year's goal?
We are trying to beat last year. Last year we raised about $20,000, so this year we're trying to top that. Hopefully we can hit that 25 mark.
And let's just talk about the benefits that, benefits that these donations make and the impact they have on the patients.
They really do make such a difference for our patients because it allows them to have a gas card that's they can get back and forth to treatments without, it's a stressor that they don't have to worry about.
Because a lot of the patients aren't from the FM area.
No, they're coming from all over the state, all over the region. We have patients coming in from Williston, from Minnesota. I just met a couple out in the lobby this morning that came in, and they started their drive at 3:30 this morning. So that's just one example. They're sitting in the lobby waiting. They had some icky roads coming in this morning, but they made it safely, so that's great.
And so how are people able to donate today? Because it's only for 24 hours.
They're able to go to changein24.org, and donations that are made today, a portion of those are going to be matched by Dawson Insurance. Our friends over at Dawson agreed to step up and do some matching funds for us today, so we are excited about that.
So you can go ahead and donate all day today, and we'll have that link up online here shortly at valleynewslive.com.
Abby Furchner reporting live for us this morning. Thank you. It's not good news for former Bison QB Carson Wentz. The Philadelphia Eagles quarterback is struggling with some back issues and is reported to be questionable for this weekend's game in Los Angeles.
With the timing and the Eagles' position in the playoff picture, there is talk of resting him for the remainder of this season. And this reminder for you Bison fans, you can catch the Farmers Union Insurance Bison Football pregame show at 6 o'clock tomorrow night on KX4.
We'll get you ready for the big kickoff between the Bison and the Jackrabbits of SDSU. The game starts at 7. It will be on ESPN2. Let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. Doing this activity has become a popular first date for millennials.
Well, the answer is going shopping. That's an unusual one. I haven't heard of that, but you can take part in our question of the morning on the Valley News Live Facebook page. Go ahead, join the conversation. And Lisa, maybe today they should be shopping for ice scrapers together.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Or do your shopping online so you don't have to drive in this mess. It is icy. We do have some light snow still falling in Fargo, but this will be winding down over the next couple of hours. We've got some sunshine and warmer temperatures today. Just be careful as you're driving this morning.
The Today Show and CBS This Morning are just about to start. But remember, the Valley Today rolls on. You can join us right now for more live up-to-the-minute news and weather on the Fargo CW.